left earlier. They left Friday, went to Charleston. They found an apartment. Amy's going to stay in a dorm. Wake up, Amy. This is our little cabin. Here's the John. We have a TV.
Cover of Parade magazine, coffee ad, ads for Macy's, a series of cards, and book profiles.
We're going to go over and play volleyball and lay out and walk. There's the little bathroom. And there's the shower stall. And here we are, finally. We're going to tender on over to tender on over to the Bahamas Pleasure Island. It is now 10 till 12. We finally made it on board this boat. Yes.
It's not.
Maybe it's
Those legs aren't tan, girls. Why not?
That's what you call
This is a before.
Oh, this is the before shot.
That's
Okay.
12 inches of snow legs, right?
Yeah.
The way I remember Diana.
Diana.
Amy and Chad.
Tender going across. She's running her mouth
One of
in.
us, Amy, we went skiing with Brian, but it was the one that she took.
Brian took.
I remember there was a family picture of my mother.
It's that big ship.
Amy, you could have swam over there. And you could have been there an hour ago, right? MS Seaboard. We're staying up here at the front of the boat on the third floor, room 3122. Here's Randy. Here we are, leaving the ship, going over to Pleasure Island for the day. Here's George. Not Brian yet, but you just wait till Saturday. We'll be all Here's Miss Amy. She's the one that wanted to swim over this morning to Pleasure Island. Right.
Yeah, flat, aren't they?
I want to take a
Looks a lot like
Here's Miss Bear.
On a horse.
Bear, where's Cass? I thought he was supposed to come. Susan, tour director.
They don't have a lifesaver.
Susan,
Yes,
tour director.
Diane.
went down to
Didn't they say that we could take a tour of the ship and go up in all this little entry?
Wow, those umbrellas.
No. Did you cut it on? It's not on, I don't think.
Okay, sometimes it does that good.
Yeah. Here we are. Beautiful Pleasure Island. The Seaward. What a ship.
Get it.
795 feet long, yeah. Oh, what a pair of shoes.
Here's Gilligan. Gilligan. Stranded on Pleasure Island. I'm a great dad. Just ask. Let me see your shirt. I'm a great dad, just ask Amy and Chad. Where is Amy?
Sunny.
There's a little shuttle boat that tenders us over to the boat. And there's the boat. Boy, there are a lot of people. Here is Dale Johnson in the Bahamas at Pleasure Island. Let's rank him. Let's see, what do we give him? A 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd say a 10.5. Look at that sea. Look at these palm trees. Oh, they are beautiful. There's where we ate. This is owned by the Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL. Excuse me just a minute. Monday, March 28th, 1994, and we're ready to head back to the ship. Here's Dale. Dale. Let me show you a mermaid I found on the beach. Susan Doffermyres. Her favorite pastime, reading. Drinking something. Randy's over in the golf clinic. The girls have already gone back to the ship. We've been here an hour and a half. Look at those palm trees. Aren't they wonderful, blowing in the wind? Here's the Calypso band. This is Pleasure Island. Here's the other side. This is the tender, which means to take, Dale told me in Latin. Tenders, T-E-N-D-R, tenders us on the boat to the island, takes us. And there's our ship, MS Seaward. And we're staying in the 4. There's the app. Here's I'm a great dad. Man, we're fixing to get back on the ship, though. It's tall. Got 10 floors. And here is Miss M.S. Seaward, Amy Johnson.
Glasses so I can read the menu tonight.
Dale needs his glasses to read the menu tonight. Boy, don't they look sharp. Hi, Mr. Johnson.
Let me get you.
Wait a minute, let me get you. I want your daughter to come out here and get with you.
Hurry up, daughter.
Amy, stand with your dad. Look at this. Woo. Turn around, please, sir. All right. Ooh.
Now let me get you.
Ready? No.
That's good.
Here we have a lovely couple. Ooh. Okay, walk toward me. Walk toward me.
We're late.
Let me.
Come toward me.
Yeah, there.
Get me your
nervous.
dad. Get your dad now. Here's Mom and Dad,
Come on.
and we're leaving.
Real wealthy people who many years ago moved in that area and wouldn't move out.
Which set, the Croats or the Serbs?
Muslim, no, it's three sets: Croats, Muslims, and the Serbs. They're all different.
I know, but some of them are, oh, well, I
The
thought
Muslim-
some of them were Muslims.
They are. That's what I'm talking about. They're the ones that moved up from that area, Europe and
Because
stayed.
I thought the Serbs were,
No,
Cheers.
no, they're Slavic.
but I thought some of them.
What?
Okay, let me tell you a little story. World War II was, World War I was started by the Serbs who shot and killed an Austrian, Ferdinand. Okay, what happened is Russia and Serbia have always been allies, Austria and Germany. So when the Serbs killed an Austrian,
Ferdinand won them.
Give me a stupid recording, honey. Monday night limbo time. The restaurant, the lounge. Four Seasons Lounge. They all have flaming ice cream cakes.
I hope it's ice cream.
What are they doing here? Oh, get down! It's Caribbean night! It's Caribbean night in the Four Seasons.
no, it's not gonna be.
Dale, what are you doing?
I see if he grabs his balls over there, it's Michael Jackson.
Only Dale would say that, right, Amy? They are. Hey. Fun. Dale's ready to go to bed. Yes. And here's his lovely daughter, Amy. Good night, honey. Check out those shoes. You can take, I'll keep them, that's okay. Good night. Here's Susan, there, Randy, Amy. Amy and Fair came in at 3 this morning. They discoed all night. Show me those disco moves that you've been practicing all week.
You're not going anywhere with me.
All right, yes. Uh-oh, here's the casino. Let's find out where they went. Amy,
You go to bed if you're going to be filming that.
don't lose our money. Don't lose our money.
It's dinner.
What night is it, guys?
Wednesday night.
And what time is it?
7:30.
I'm gonna go to 20 minutes to
Let me
late.
check you out.
We have to go make grease.
I'll get one of me.
Bear, come here. Just come here. You look great. No, you still look wonderful. Say hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Fine.
Little.
What? Here are two lovely ladies in the restaurant here at top of the ship called a bistro. Studying the menu hard. It's what they learned at Oakville. Two more young ladies.
Yes, we're ordering. Thank you.
Show us your, look at, let me see your, oh, what a beautiful hand.
At Taj Mahal.
Looks like macaroni to me.
It's wonderful. Italian, 14 karat Italian.
There's a little blinking light at the river for me.
Across the river.
There, we're in La Vista restaurant. La Vista restaurant. Susan's idea. Isn't this beautiful Art Deco?
Oh, yes, I'm very famous.
Here's your
CNN and everything, you know.
This is Jawad. He's from Portugal.
Hello, everybody. North Carolina.
Still.
Diana
What's
bracelet.
it like?
Yes, a big one.
North Carolina.
Look at this Art Deco. Isn't this beautiful?
See my bracelet?
Ooh. Macaroni bracelet. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
14 karat gold.
She went in a few stores. They picked up a few things.
Italian gold.
Okay, Mom. We're at Beach Club Colony here at the Grand Cayman. Here's Dale walking out to the beach. There's a beautiful 7 Mile beach here. There's a northeasterly or northwesterly wind today, so the snorkeling trips have been canceled, but I'm scheduled to go on Stingray Island tour at 11:50.
Not running. It is. It is. It's running. It's running. Grand Cayman Islands, 7 Mile Beach.
We're at Beach Colony Club at 7 Mile Beach at the Grand Cayman. Today is Thursday, March 30th. Is that right? Look at that pretty water. One of the prettiest beaches in the area. This is Beach Colony Club over here. Amy and Sarah and Susan are going to eat lunch over there today. Look at the palm trees. And who do I have here? Mr. Dale.
There she is. The beauty queen.
Look at these gorgeous cypress trees. They are so pretty. There's Dale walking on the head. And this water is so pretty. Look at this. The turquoise. I'm going to get a beautiful picture of these cypress trees. Dale, wait! Okay, give it. Tell me again.
Oh, yeah, the amazing one and only, otherwise known as Big Black and Sexy.
Frenchy D.
Right, Frenchy D.
Marnique's got a really nice house. Marnique is,
We're getting ready to go to Stingray Island with Cyberdan.
Okay, guys. Stingray City's C-word. Everybody here got your gear, all that stuff. Okay, it's been kind of a confusing day, I know, and everything. guys because we're at a different spot. What we're going to have you do is, it is going to go. We're going to have Mike take you over to, we've got 2 school buses over here. They hold about 40 people apiece. While you guys get on, he's going to check your cabin numbers, okay? Mark you off real quick. So have that, ready in your mind. And what we're going to do is take about a 15-minute bus ride, and then we're going to take about a 25-minute boat ride out here. This is a little bit deeper site. It's only about 10 to 12 feet. Typically, we have a little bit of coral here, lots of stuff.
Once you have either a boy or girl, it's so much easier to have the same size at the same time. Yeah. Take care of them. Let me.
Stingray City, here we come. And we're leaving off the Stingray Island. Here's where we just left.
Want to tie your line on here? Or do you have it in your bag? Yeah, I have it.
Looks like a new development. You can see the golf course as we came in with a little boating docking area. And we're on this boat, and it's from the top deck. There's some folks sitting down here.
Everything can stay up here. Current is a negotiable thing out here. Sometimes it depends on what's going on with the tide. This morning the captain told me that it was flat calm, no current, crystal clear water, so you couldn't get better conditions.
Here we are at the dive site, Stingrays.
Of course, the boat's going to drift the way the current's going.
He's feeding the moray eel, feeding him squid.
Let's go back. Let's all stay together.
Here are all the snorkelers. We're at Stingray Island, off of the Grand Caymans. Closest, oh gosh, we probably rode a bus from Spots Bay. About 30 minutes to get here. We're on the north side of the Grand Cayman. So there's a moray eel down there they found. I stayed in the water about 30 minutes and I just got out. I'm tired. There's a reef out there. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if the camera shows you, but it's so pretty. It's azure blue, almost turquoise. There's the stingray. He's playing with him. The dive scuba leader said that he'd been out about 60 times and no one had ever been stung. He said usually people get stung when they're walking on the beach and they're buried in the sand and they don't see them and they step on their stinger. But they like you here because you're feeding them.
Mom up there?
That means it's time to go. Today is Thursday night. And we're in the Oscars bar.
Come back.
Walk on over there with there he is. Go. There goes Amy. Her belt bottoms. And Susan and there. They're going to talk to Beth Woods. The little cute blonde back there at the shore excursion. They're going to take a Jeep and rent it in Cozumel tomorrow. We're going to go to Tulum Shell, the ruins. Aren't they snazzy?
These two look just like you guys. It's amazing.
Hi, Bev. Hi, girl.
Okay, so they're just, and then you're gonna hit town is.
I get it. I'm sorry, but I wish I knew something in it.
Everybody turns around and you not had a drink. We have one drink today, didn't we?
Yeah, $15.
$15 for 2 drinks at the Caymans.
Last time I was, last time I was 7.
You not feel good there?
I can't. The class is just, it's pretty good. So I hope that's not right. I hope that's not.
Here we are in the casino, and here comes Susan and Randy, and whoops, where's Amy? Come on, Amy. There. The grandma. Oh, here he is. We're going into the Four Seasons to eat.
I go down one side and do it. I can see things. She go down, she'll find right.
Amy is studying the menu. Thursday night at sea, on the way to Cozumel and Playa del Carmen. Dale? Dale? What are you going to have?
What am I going to have? I have no idea. Fire.
It's not etudiered enough.
Randy with the Susan.
Oh, don't get me.
I want to get these before they turn the lights down. They don't look so serious about this. It's not that hard a decision.
Fried rice.
LSATs or something. Okay, look at that. I saw that you might like the fried rice.
I don't have a chance to wear it.
This cruise
I wore it last cruise.
Oh, well, gee.
Different ship. Christmas.
Different ship.
Randy eating.
Tatiana and Frank.
Dad's eating.
Luke's going to have to help out. What's that one, lady?
Oh, really? Rented them out.
Cocoon. Hi, Cocoon.
Hello.
He's from Turkey.
Yeah, make sure you send a copy to Hollywood. I may get lucky.
Not Turkey, it's called
England.
How do you like it?
Well done.
Well done.
Well done, England. Okay.
And that's it, right?
Which one?
And it was Donald's idea.
Bessie. We only have, hold the menu up for me, Farrah. We only have about 11 courses to deal with here. It's really tough decisions.
We're 23 years, they're 17 years. But if you want to advertise food, it's hard. You've got.
That's what the team is doing. All the different. We definitely do get our reports. But it's getting very upset because of those people. We got a wave in it.
Where are we going now? Well, why can't we just go?
Boomers.
We can go.
It's on the 9th floor.
We can just go with our children. No what?
She said it's this thing.
We're going to Boomers. Disco. Boomers is the hangout of Amy and Fair.
That's from Anne Murray there. Well, thank you very much. This is Jim right here.
We're at Tulum, the Maha Ruins, Maya Ruins, Maya Ruins, an ancient civilization, about 1000 BC. Here are the buses. And here's the entrance. Susan and Dale.
It's right here.
I know.
Right here.
Okay, you asked me. I'm telling you what's
Here for fertility, I believe.
Oh.
But I don't know. He'll have to tell me.
Well, we don't want to be here. No more fertility, please. The wall around this
Certainly nice and
place.
breezy. It wasn't this breezy in Cancun.
It's great.
Okay, 64 this way.
64.
Where were we
that's
yesterday?
us.
Where we were yesterday?
We already found that in the past about the Mayan descent, and always say that they came from Asia according to archaeologists. The Mayan civilization has been divided into different periods of time, from the very beginning, the middle, and to the end, the decline of this civilization. So researchers suggest that the history of the Mayan civilization dates back to 1500 BC. During that time, to 300 AD, we have the pre-classic period, which is considered the formative period. That's where the Maya were just a group of nomad people. They were just going from one place, until they learned how to plant corn or maize, which is considered as the major crop of the Yucatan. So they became sedentarians. During that time, the Maya didn't have anything real special, and all the special things came after the post-classic period, the pre-classic period. During the classic period, which starts right from the 300 AD and it goes to the 900 AD. So during this 600 years, the Maya were able to develop this incredible civilization real fast, and very outstanding. Some of the most important things that archaeologists, that the Maya developed or created, and people attribute it to them, is that, for example, the archaeology says that the Maya had one of the most accepted calendars. And according to researchers, the Mayan calendar is more accurate than the one we employ today. The Maya had four calendars. They had an agricultural calendar, solar calendar, a religious calendar, and one calendar which is only understood by scientists. This calendar also has been compared to the Julian calendar and the Egyptian calendar, and it seems like the Maya is still a good one. The Maya also was the one in ancient civilization that used zero in their decimal counting system based on number 20. And just different figures, these people were able to count to infinity. Just for example, in the Mayan counting system, a point was a unit, a bar was 5, and a seashell was 0, and they all went like 20 times 20, The first line was for the units, the second one for the 20s, 20 times 20 is 400, 428,000, and so forth. A point in the first line is, how much do you think it is? A point in the first line is a unit. A bar which is 5 in the first line is 5. A point above and a seashell on the bottom is 20. 10 will be in the units line 2 bars. 5 and 5 in the first line is 20. The Maya also had their own writing system based on hieroglyphics, and archaeologists have found more than 8,000 different glyphs or hieroglyphics in the Mayan scripts. Let me tell you that there are still 3 original Mayan books known as codex. One of them is in Germany, the other one is in Madrid, Spain, and the third one is in Mexico City, which was first in France. But according to the National Geographic Society, there is a book back in Mexico City, but this one is considered as a fake book. People say that there's a fourth book, and this one is in the NASA, but nobody seems to know anything about it. The Maya also, was a very astronomical people. They were good astronomers, and they learned they used to spend a lot of time trying to find out things about the outside world. And according to researchers in the records, the Maya had knowledge about Venus. Because Venus is the closest planet to Earth. And they were also able to predict all of these important phenomena which are known as equinox. Just like the one we have last Monday, the Monday before in Chichen Itza. The Maya also was a very religious tribe, religious people. They were so religious that from time, as the passing of time, they became polytheists. So they worship a lot of gods, the ones that they believe they were good for themselves. So right after the 900s, the 1500s, 1600s, we have the post-classic period, which is known also as the decadent period. That's where the Maya started collapsing. That's where we can say that Tulum belongs to. Tulum belongs to the post-classic period, and it is possible to say that this area is about 900 to 1,000 years old. And Tulum is considered as one of the newest or youngest Mayan sites. It means that when the Spaniards came over to Yucatan, there were still a lot of Mayan people living around the peninsula, living in this part, in the Tulum, and still practicing their old typical ceremonies. Tulum is a Mayan word meaning something like walled city. You guys take a look to your back. I mentioned before, back in the past, that Tulum is surrounded by a three-sided wall, north, south, and west. North of the west. The east side, where that building is located over a natural cliff, which overlooks the Caribbean Sea, just behind that building. Very beautiful spot. So probably the Maya constructed this wall for tourism. One of them is that Tulum was like a city fortress, and they wanted to protect themselves from the enemies. Who were the enemies back at those times? They were the same Maya people, because according to their caste system, that's another reason, only a certain group of people had the honor or privilege of living in this area, all the painters, architects, astronomers, priests, high priests or great priests, were living in this area. And the ones living outside were the peasants, or the workers, campesinos, and living the slaves. So the ones who living right here rule everybody else. So one thing that could have happened here in Tulum is that the people living out there, who were the largest part of the population, got bored and got tired of working all of the time for these people, and they wanted to be free. So probably they started a revolution. So it is being suggested that there was probably about between 300 to 500 people just in this area. And the ones living out there just won the revolution and left this area, abandoned the ceremonial centers. But Tulum is not the original name of this area. The original name of this place was possible Samman, which means sunrise, but it was changed to Tulum to honor the wall. In every corner we have something like a watchtower. That's why Tulum is considered as a city fortress. Tulum has 5 entrances, still original ones, to the north, south, and west side. Tulum was a very important ceremonial center. I mentioned before that the Maya were a very religious tribe, and they have a lot of gods. They worship a lot of things, very imaginary gods and idols, And one of the most important gods was, for example, the rain god, known as Chai, whose some human sacrifices were made in honor to. We have also Itzamna, the Lord of Life, Quetzalcoatl, have you ever heard about it? Quetzalcoatl, or the feather serpent, Culcan, the symbol of fertility, the god of fertility for the Maya. So, besides that, Tulum was also considered as important trading port. The Maya were considered to be as very good traders, and they had abundance of products here in the Yucatan. Some of these were for example, honey, beeswax, precious clothing, or feathers. So these things were exchanged for other things that they didn't have in this area, such as the precious metal, gold, silver, and copper, and the precious stones which were brought from Guatemala, Belize, and some parts of Mexico. The Yucatan doesn't have any of them. Tulum was supposed to be abandoned around the 1540s. The Maya left this place, they abandoned this area, and it was rediscovered 300 years later. It was rediscovered in 1842. 2 American travelers came to this place. One of them was John L. Stephens, who was a lawyer, and his friend Father Carut, who was a painter and architect. So thanks to these 2 guys, restorers were able to restore these buildings because these 2 people draw copies, make drawings of the most important buildings. And I can tell you that about 30 to 40% of this area has been reconstructed or retouched. Archaeologists didn't dig it out, it was just covered by all kinds of vegetation. And they used all the same stones to make them look the way before. Yes.
I have a question about the Maya themselves.
The what?
Whatever.
The Maya?
Yeah, themselves. Did they have any gods and goddesses like the Egyptians had?
What? No. They have their own, but they were not like Egyptians. They were totally different.
Like they didn't have any people who they worshipped especially.
Oh yeah, they did. They have people who worship the specials. Here in Tulum we don't have carvings on the walls or paintings or statues, because it is suggested that Tulum belongs to the decadent period. So the Maya during that time were not interested about having beautiful buildings, just like the one they used to have in Chichen Itza, in Uxmal, or somewhere else, But the Maya got into the trade system. Is there any question? I think it's time for us to walk around. Vámonos, por favor.
You said a beautiful building.
story, this cafe, this archaeological site, they found here in Tulum 3 Mayan graveyards. It's one of them. Another one is the interior of this building. Another one is one of the buildings back there. So this is the only Mayan tomb built above the flat ground. Above the flat ground. Take a look at it. Why do you think the Mayans built it this way? Because we can make a hole in any area, you know, because we get zoomed to the limestone layer, so it's much easier for them to raise a platform, you know. So archaeologists found the remains of one person here in this Mayan graveyard. They say that this guy was decorated with a very beautiful headdress. It was supposed that only upper class people were able to wear such a nice headdress, you know. The Mayan had different costumes, you know. One of them, for example, is that if that guy was an important man, you know, all what he had in life was gonna go with him, because he's still gonna use all of these things while living in the next life. In the Mayan civilization, when a person dies, a person never dies. It means that person was going to go for a second life, and that person was gonna live ever after in the paradise again. But on his way to the next life, this guy's gotta pay tribute. I mean, they gotta pay the entrance. So all of the ceramics, all the important things, and even the animal bones were gonna be used such as that. You know, because on the steps right here, which are original, what do you think a corpse is gonna need steps for? To walk out, probably. When they walk out, that was the idea. Was this another idea? So walk out and come back to the same place. Please, over here. What's your step? Found here in this area, and the second one was found right in this building. When people started to work here in this area, they thought that probably all of the platforms were some kind of burial things, huh? They excavate most of the platforms in the buildings, but in this building, a Mayan tomb was found containing 4 skeletons. Researchers says that one of the skeletons was found in the sitting down position, and the other ones were laying down on the ground. But they also say that along with these 4 people, they found 2 desks made of 2 round discs made of turquoise, you know. In the Maya, they used to have different kinds of artifacts, you know, like ceramics, pottery, vessels. So in this disc, you know, in these 2 discs, one of them was carved, you know, with beautiful things, you know. And probably in this case, the Maya wanted to represent the upside world, you know. And the other one was carved with a real nice bas relief of a man, and it seems like this guy was carved like he was staring at the sky. It really both discs. In the way this guy was buried, we can probably say that this man was an astronomer. Because he was buried in a special way, and let me tell you that only certain privileged people, I mean, important people were buried in such a special way, you know. The archaeologists have found about 9 ways of burying people, and there are no records or information about who decided to bury every person as every single way. The ones living outside, who were considered the lowest class, you know, were buried in common graveyard in the backyard of the house. So, you see what's supposed that the 3 other remains, you know, were probably sacrificed so they can follow the master of honor, because he'll start being while living in the next life. There was living. One of these buildings are made of limestone, which is the indigenous stone of Yucatan, and the Maya used mortar to glue the bricks or stones. The Maya mortar was made of 2 turf, or what are considered sascap, which was obtained by digging down the ground, you know, sascap, white earth, and it was mixed with lime and water. But here in the center we have a stela. You know what a stela is? A stela is a stone tablet, the place where history was written down. I mentioned before that the Mayan writing hieroglyphic system, where they have found more than 8,000 different glyphs, you know. Archaeologists have had a real bad time about trying to decipher more things about the Maya, because there is not enough information about it. We all know that as of this century, archaeologists deciphered the total of the Egyptian hieroglyphic writing system because they found a Rosetta Stone, like a vocabulary. And researchers suggest that probably the Maya, if they were real smart people, you know, or they gotta have a Rosetta Stone, but they don't know if that kind of stone exists. But let me tell you also that during the Spanish conquest, a lot of things were destroyed, a lot of buildings, a lot of books were burned. It has been said also that during the Spanish conquest, more than 5,000 Mayan books were burned. So in this kind of stones, you know, stela, the Maya used to obtain that. You know, they used to carve stone every stone 5, 10, and 20 years. So in most cases, it used to represent, you know, very well-dressed people, you know, trying to represent the upper class, you know, nice headdresses, kind of scepters. And down in the bottom, they used to write it down or represent or carve the slaves. And all around, they used to write it down the hieroglyphics. This is the only stela we have in this side. Some people who were not archaeologists came here and they found another stone like that, and they took it to another museum. We have in this building, that building which is known as the mural painting. That's a three-story building. The first wall, the inner wall, we have the first building. The second wall, the second building, one around, and the third one is the upper building. But in every corner, we have like a mask. Have you seen that? Have you seen that, friends? We have a mask.
Oh, sorry. Sure, I'm sorry.
That's right here. Some of the wash both the mask. Right to the chest. The eyes both the mask. Because we're gonna see that this guy here seems to have the eyes open. The ones here have the eyes open. The ones right on that side have the eyes closed. Why? But the Maya probably in this case wanted to represent the duality. They believe about being positive, being negative, day, night, death, life, you know. And the Mayan even worship death more than life. So Maya also had colors, you know. And red color has the meaning of power, meaning of good. And red color was obtained by a little bug, which is known as cochinilla. You know, take a look at the upper building, the very left side of the door. So you guys can see right up there two red handprints. Have you seen them? Probably this was the way they used to sign the buildings, their handprints. We have different carvings in the main frame. You know, most of them are gone because of time, but we can still see in the left carving, in the right carving, remains of the headdress. I think we can walk up during the 9th century. The Toltecs were real work-like people, bladders each. No, but every platform has 3 rectangulars. We add up the total rectangulars. We have 52 rectangulars. Why 52? Every week in the year? No weeks. No weeks. 52 years. 52 years considered as the Mayan cycle of life. Huh? But why? Why is it possible to say that 52 years is considered like a century for us? Because archaeologists have proved that 52 is the right time to say that the Mayan cycle of life was that period of time, you know? And it is being proved this way. We tried to get the 2 round discs, you know, the solar calendar, 365, and the religious, 260. We put it together, you know, a cartwheel. Every single piece of both calendar has a name, and it's got to do with their gaps, you know? So they're gonna rotate this way. They're gonna start running at just one certain point, you know, and they're gonna meet each other at the same place after 52 years. And this is known as the round calendar. The round calendar. Besides that, this pyramid, you know, has an interior pyramid similar to the one in the outside, where the Mayan used to worship their most important deities, where nowadays can be found original Mayan red jaguar, Toltec jaguar. But last week, I mean, the Monday before last, we had this very important phenomenon, which is known as the equinox. So the equinox, you know, what we can see in this pyramid is just the illusion, you know, illusion of a snake, you know, descending and unfolding itself on the way to the ground. When it disappears, there's a real big snake sculpture on the floor. So for the Maya, it means that Quetzalcoatl, the Toltec leader, you know, the fire serpent, the symbol of fertility, was coming down for their subject, and he was bringing prosperity with him. And he was going to come to say that the seeds were ready to be planted in the spring, equinox, so they can harvest, in the fall equinox in September 22nd. That's the agricultural calendar. But besides that meaning, the equinox is when both nighttime and daytime are equal, and when both colors are the same distance away from the sun. That building, Tulum is known as a Mayan Toltec site also, Mayan Toltec. For example, the Maya never used columns to decorate the buildings. The columns were introduced by the Toltecs. In the wall in the back, we still can see remains of red paint, original stucco and red paint. Have you seen that? That's original. And the Maya used to smooth all of the buildings, you know, were stucco, paint and red. And the roof was made of stones, you know. And you see the holes up there? The holes? Little holes? These holes were once filled with wooden beams. The ones they used to obtain from the sapo de la tree. You know what sapo de la tree is? The chickling, the chewing gum tree. Let me tell you, about 2 decades ago, this industry, the sap, you know, was a very good one for the state of Yucatan because we used to have a lot of sap. And it was taken to Chicago where they used to make the chewing gum. They say that they sold it to Adams. You know, a particular thing in the Mayan buildings is that all of the buildings look square in the outside, but the inside has a curved arch shape. There was Mayan architecture system on all the buildings. I want to forward this way. Yes. I see that. The one in the center, a figure in the upside down position known as the descending gate. We have another building right on that side where we can see that figure a little more better. But the main entrance, have you seen the main entrance? Take a look at the main entrance. See what's above, what's sticking out above the column? Yep, have you seen that? Those are the rattle of the snake. The rattle of the snake. The column is the body, and the head of the snake is still on the floor. I mean, it's like a sculpture. It's still on the floor. You can see there. There's nothing in the interior, it's all solid. When you guys get a little closer, you're gonna see the steps are very narrow. The Maya has little feet, you know? They were short, as tall as 5 feet. But the Maya never climbed buildings straight. You know, they always did it sideways. Because besides being easy to go up and down, it was the way they ran. They worship a lot the rattlesnake. We got right here this building on the human sacrifice platforms. Years ago, archaeologists dug out all these platforms trying to find things, you know, but they failed because they didn't find anything. So that's a place where it was supposed all kind of ritual dances and even the human sacrifices were made. Let me tell you first that the Mayans never killed anyone before eating a token. The Mayans sacrificed animals only in order to reindeer and one of you, one of the most important ones. But the Toltecs came after during the 9th century, you know, and they introduced the human sacrifice into this culture. The human sacrifice consisted of opening the chest cavity and ripping out the human beating part. But before victims get sacrificed, they used to prepare a beverage known as balche, which was obtained by fermenting corn and adding honey. And that's like booze, you know, that's like alcohol. So they used to drink people before getting sacrificed. Yeah, I'm serious. But how did they used to pick up the victims? For example, we have different kinds of people. We have the prisoners of war, first people. Second were the volunteers. And probably for the volunteer was such an honor for this kind of people to get sacrificed, you know. If you're a devoted person, you know, religious person, I'm the high priest and the great priest, I can come to you and ask you to get sacrificed. You're going to say yes, because it is going to be an honor for you to die in honor to your most important death, and that's what most of the people wanted to die for. In Chichen Itza, I mentioned before, that's where the most famous well is. Let me tell you, let's go back to history. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza was put in 1904 by the Vice Consul of America in the Yucatan, whose name was Edward Herbert Thompson. This guy was the first man to dredge the well. The well is about 180 feet diameter. So this guy was the first man who dredged the well. And he did it because he bought Chichen Itza to the local people. And he paid for that place only $75. Yeah. And this guy, you know, obtained a lot of things out of his sacrificial well. You know, artifacts were obtained from there. And all what he got, all treasure, was taken to the Peabody Museum at Harvard University. But later on, the Mexican government requested that all of these things should be back in Mexico. And they brought back part of it. I know that they still remain artifacts in that museum. So when the real good people decided to work on Chichen Itza between 1923 and 1933, they obtained more and more things out of that place, you know. They obtain wood weapons, stone weapons, round disc, silver, gold, all these kinds of metals, and even human bones. They say that most of the bones they obtained were children's bones, because children's it's like the meaning of pure, meaning of good. Also, they found remains of female and male bones, So what they used to do in this well, they used to first they used to purify the soul of the victims, because they were superstitious that if they believe that you guys are gonna get sacrificed, you gotta go clean. So they used to collect limestones, which are easy to burn, set fire on. When they were hot, you just throw water on, and the steam comes out. So what's called the steam used to purify the soul. So after that, they used to get the person and throw it into the well. It was supposed that was gonna drown. But if that person was sacrificed, they live, But if they come back next day and find that person is still alive, or that person was taken out, that person was honored because of surviving, time is running out. I want to show you a nice view from the top of the cliff. You can see the head of it, the limbs, the belly, like well pronounced, pretty big. These are the Mayan features. Do you know about Mayan features? The Maya used to flatten the head of the babies, this part, the forehead along the occipital, purposely because it was a symbol of beauty for them to shape the head of the kids this way. They used to get a wooden frame, a piece of wood, They used to place the kid on this side, so just by using the other side of the frame like this and pushing it down little by little until the skull got the way they wanted to. That's why they have these features, It was a symbol of beauty for them. Besides that, they used to hang up a big stone between the eyes, so this way they can force the eyes to get crossed. For example, if you have your kid, let's say you have your kid in this town, your kid is drawn cross eyes. They believe that kid was some kind of special person, because he was touched, by the class like a mic touch. But for another reason, your kid died, and your kid's born in the same place, in the same town. It means that not your kid was coming back to life, but your kid was replaced. Besides that, they used to hang up stones in the ears to make them a little bigger, hanging nose plaques and lip plaques, short their feet, and they used to also insert thorns in the tongue. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's a fossil. We got a fossil right here, a fossil of a little kid. It was just found like this, We have the cement, but the cement is not original. And we have the legs, part of the legs, the arm, the head. It was just found like this. Vámonos.
Where's the thing on the wall?
Right next to the door.
To the left?
Left side, you can't see it very well. And probably
The protrusion?
Yeah.
What is it? I couldn't understand what he was saying. Okay, the tour is over. This wind is all we're going to hear on this.
There's one we can find.
Here we are getting back on the boat at Playa de Carmen. This is the resort area, beach area, where we got off the boat. This is on the mainland of Mexico, on the Yucatan Peninsula. And here's the boat we're riding back over. Tender back to the ship at Cozumel, over the island.
Diane, it's not coming on. Huh? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, let me get you.
No, she wanted me to get you.
Get at it.
holding the big ship.
And here they come off the ship, folks. Are you having a great time? Great time. Great time?
Yeah.
Great time? Oh, see ya. Bye. Bye. Welcome to Cozumel. Where have you been?
I had like a half of a I haven't had anything.
And you said there been a three. Where have you been?
We had a wonderful one.
We don't need to return it till 7:30.
We just bring it down here.
Have you had a good time?
Yes,
We need to.
I have.
We need to.
We had a great
Watch it, Susan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at this.
Where can we eat? We're
These.
starving.
Carlos and Charlotte.
Where is that?
Do they have
Down
tacos?
here a little way. It's on
Shall
this
we just
side.
meet you? Well, let's just walk
Yeah, it's a
down
pretty. It's how many? 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll make sure.
We're gonna bring the car down.
Here's the G. La B.
That's not
G.
ours.
Oh, that's not yours. You've got one like that.
Come on down.
Well, we'll meet you down
Did
there
y'all
at
have
Carlos.
fun?
Yes.
How was it?
Where's your jewelry?
I bought a
Hey, are
bracelet.
y'all going down there?
We'll meet you there.
Okay, we'll see you at
Mom, look what I
Carlos
got.
and Charlie's. Show me.
I got a bracelet.
Oh, how pretty. How much?
$30.
That's pretty good.
Well, y'all gotta meet us down there. It's a pretty full.
Okay, we're starved.
Ship.
Bill. And he wants to eat here at Carlos and Charlie's famous bar. Check out this white. Yeah, it's pretty. It's almost 5:30. It is 5:30. Ah, my friends. We're going to Carlos and Charlie's upstairs. It's supposed to be a great place for drinks and food. The ship people recommended it. Beth Wood. There's Amy at the counter. And who is this lovely person here? Looking out over the Gold Coast on the Yucatan Peninsula. Look at that ship lit up at night. We're on the way back to the ship, pushing it to the last minute. Susan, lean up just a touch. It's beautiful. We're in Cozumel. Today is Saturday, April the 2nd, 1994. We're on the deck of the MS Seaward, and we're headed home. We're all day at sea today. Here's the pool. We're on the upper deck. There's another pool. And down there at that end is a bar. And a nice little restaurant where we ate at a lot called the Bistro. And it's a workout center up there. Going downstairs. Here's yours truly, Dale Johnson, soaking in the rays. Check out that suntan. We've tried hard not to get burned. There's another eating area, bar down here, back. There's a band fixing to strike up. Everybody's out sunning today because we're all day at sea. No ports of call. We went to Cozumel and Playa del Carmen yesterday. Carlos and Charlie to eat last night. 6, and then came back in again last night at 9. Boy, have we eaten and eaten and eaten and eaten. This food's been one is a hot tub.
There's the lush herself. 43-year-old. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 30. Look at up here, acting like she's somebody.
No, here you go. This is somebody.
That's somebody there. Ain't bad for 43. Everybody's at the pool today. We were on the way home. Nice out here. The seaward, Norwegian Cruise Line.
Oh, the music's playing. Dale.
is on the Mexican Riviera, and also our big ship, the Norway, is in St. Martin and St. Thomas in the private island. This ship will be going to a 3- and 4-day market, doing some smaller time cruises down to Key West, the Bahamas, Cancun, Cozumel, and our private island. So whichever one you choose, we hope you'll sail with NCL once again. And I'm just going to leave you with 2 words, and that's good health. Because if you have that, you have everything you need. I hope you had a wonderful dream. I hope you had a wonderful cruise, and we'll see you all out and about. Bye now.
We are going to dinner after a fantastic show.
Where have you been? I've been in the show.
We were on the
I
front
thought you were there.
second row.
It was wonderful. I was in the back.
But you couldn't find us, could you?
No, and I went on the left side and then went back on the right side. You know what? I forgot my little wine steward, and I went in there just then. I forgot. Did you bring your tips tonight?
Did you bring them tonight, honey?
No, we haven't put the money in there yet.
Well, do you have $32? Do you have $32?
For the wine steward?
They said the bus boy $31.50, but I was going to give him $32.
Well, they say
half a day.
the wine steward, you don't have to pay her as much as the bus boy. You just tip her as you used her.
Now, why?
Honey, where's your leg?
I'm going to
Take a picture, Sarah.
I don't want anything.
Wait a minute.
With our portrait house.
We are partying tonight. The last night.
I will have the lobster.
Hi, girl. Oh, look at the 2 princesses.
Now we gotta do the profile.
Princess. Look at those legs, matching legs.
All right, turn your profile in.
Amy, did you have a good time today?
Yes.
Amy and I had a great day.
With who?
Everybody. We didn't move for 5 hours.
We stayed the same bar.
The Venezuelans, the guys from Venezuela taught you how to do what, girls?
No, they're waiting to do it tonight.
What are they going to teach them?
He's going to teach
They're
me.
going to teach all of us.
Oh, right, we're
They're
going to
going to teach
party.
us how to dance.
How to do the salsa,
And the salsa and the rumba.
the rumba, and the salsa. All right.
The what? The limbo?
We're doing the limbo too.
No, I can't get
No, the
that.
limbo, I can't do that.
We're doing that too.
My bones are.
I'm
They're too
not
brittle.
doing
First we're going gambling.
Gambling to make
We're
some
gambling with our
money.
friends.
To make some money.
I'm not gambling, they are.
And bring me a check. Well, they're in my bag. You want another check? No,
Look at Svelte there. She has lost so much weight. She makes us all sick. There. Hey, are you leaving?
She thinks she's fat.
No, she hasn't lost. She just gained last spring when she took those birth control. Are you not going to put it on?
We will take care of that right now.
That's a pretty color combination.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not on straight. We had a good time. Tell the camera. We've had a good time.
Whoops.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good time. I didn't like the dancers.
Why not, Randy?
I did not like
You
the
didn't like to see legs?
No.
I thought you thought it was sexist, didn't you?
No.
They were very.
That's why you thought it was
Men
sexist.
were gay.
I knew you were thinking that the whole time. I knew you were going to say
Do
that.
you know where Randy has hung out all day? With the jelly was different.
I can't see.
I just said,
I was like, the lights are going.
the waiter up there waited on me.
I just want to ask you if he's had a
And
good
he's going
time.
to have a great time.
Have you?
I want to get this on video.
And we're glad that you.
This is the
And
first.
I came $200. That's all I cost.
And I might add, I was very surprised that Dale did come.
Yes, we thought he'd come with.
He was going to be out.
We were all taking dinner.
We're glad he came, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's a difference between spending $4,000 and making $4,000.
Here we are at Boomer's We're ending our cruise with a night of partying at Boomer's Disco.
said she was mine. Took her to the limousine, still parked outside. I took the chauffeur when it was over, I gave her my own ride. Get her off a Dodge Stewart. I like static clean, but that's what happened when bodies start slapping from doing a wild ride.
Well, it's Sunday morning, Easter morning, folks. It's
Things aren't going well, folks.
30. Amy and Fair.
Two 18-year-old girls stayed out all night. They are hurting this morning. Bad. Ill. There they are in the corner. 2 nights straight. All night long. They had a great time.
Yes.
Paying the price today.
Yeah.
Eyes swollen together.
2 days of eye makeup.
I know.
I have a 12-year-old who stayed out till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 12-year-old.
He's getting an early start.
2 and 3-year-olds at 2 o'clock this morning up in the disco.
He stayed up a long time too, looks like, yawning over there. We're waiting for customs to give the ship clearance so we can disembark in Miami Beach.
Here we are waiting to disembark. And the two homeless people over here in the corner.
What happened last night? Don't talk to me. This is Diane Johnson with... We're derelicts.
Two homeless.
Joe H and SON News, and we want to know...
Why are you wearing sunglasses so early in the morning?
Yeah, show us those pretty...
Oh, the eyes are shut tight. That's it.
What was the guy from Venezuela? What was his name?
Smell like beer to me.
It's my clothes.
It's your father's. It was my father's fault. What was the name of the guy you were with there? Patrick? What was the name of the guy you were with there? What? Armando, the dancer. I'm hot. You're hot.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Girl's cost me over $100,000 the last 4 years.
Not anymore.
And there's her roommate who's done the same thing to her daddy.
Today is... What's the date?
Oh, about April 12th, all right.
10th. Sunday. It's 9:20. We're waiting for the ferry. Chad and Josh Hill and I came down Tuesday for Chad's spring break. We just got back from a cruise with Amy the week before. Oh, it's a tough life, having to vacation all the time. And then Dale, that's your name, right? Dale.
I'm your husband.
That's it.
Used to be, anyway.
He came down Friday about after lunch. And it's Sunday, and he's going back. He's got to go back and grade Campbell exams.
Billy Clark.
Check this guy out. Uh-oh, he's found a friend.
That's one of my old law classmates there, honey, right behind. No, Dale, mine look worse than that.
Oh, how are you?
Nobody ever knew, but they was all state legs. Yeah. How you doing, man? Glad to be alive. I know it. I'm glad you're here talking to us.
I know.
We just found out Say hello to the folks back home.
First wife. Well, let me come up and smell of it.
This must have mowed that grass and let's go home.
Uh-oh. We found out that Kay Yelton was killed Easter Sunday, which was last Sunday.
They must have been coming back from Morganton on I-40.
I guess so.
You know, noticed her mother is not alive, but her daddy is. And
Today is Sunday. We're leaving on the 12:30 boat. There go my two sons, Josh and Chad. Going to get a bite to eat at the Island Chandler grocery store deli. We've had a great week. They've been on the phone talking to some girls. They wouldn't admit it to me though. But just so Chad didn't get lured into the chapel apartment like he did 2 years ago in '92. That was so funny. The cops came at the door at about 1:30 in the morning and asked if this is where Chad Johnson lived, and he had two girls with him. Said they had to get some things straight. They drove the golf cart until the security guard called Bill and said, come pick them up. They didn't have their license.
Now we have to do that walking tag again.
We're in. We're here.
Chad's spring break is just about over. He's been out of school for a week. He and Josh are ready to go back to school.
Does it say REC?
Here we are at the rope course. Saturday. About 2:45. There's Chad. He's got on his lobster claws, his harness, his helmet. You start here. You go up there, across there. You go on the caterpillar, cocoon rather. And then you swing off over there. I couldn't get David and Dale to do it. I don't know why. We're at Windy Gap, North Carolina. Young Life Family Camp. Chad wanted to stay in the gym. We couldn't get him out of the basketball court.
You see Mr. Harding?
Finally, he's going to take a little break and do the rope course. Here's Dave. He's going to be the cameraman.
This is Chad Johnson, mother and daughter on the High Line.
Perfectly safe.
It's a big rock. It's a big knot. I just walk like on any other
Here's Miss Johnson of one of the High Line also. And Chad's turned into a spider. He's in a wet spot.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Here's Chad's butt.
Having difficulties? I don't like this. Stop! You're supposed to be around the
Open your eyes. Shirt.
Put your foot on the red wooden ladder.
Ain't number thing. Turn around. Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
I am stuck.
You're not stuck.
Hi, David.
Howdy.
This is the hardest part right here.
You hadn't even finished yet. Those whiners are taking me off. There's Miss Johnson getting into the bottom of the cocoon. She might not be able to get out, but she can't get into it. Yeah. Ding 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 ding. There's Miss Johnson trying to make her way through it. She's just about finished going to the bottom, I reckon. And Chad's waiting on the whiners at the top. I can't do this. Don't take me, I'm not doing good. Miss Johnson has now lost her helmet, which is strapped to her arm. It's supposed to be in her head. Oh, and we got it all on film too. Oh. She wants to come back down and rest because the girls in front of them are taking forever. What a beautiful picture. Chad's not making any easier, he's rocking it. Or he was rocking it. I was missing it. Chad's making his way out of the cocoon, turning into a butterfly. There's Miss Johnson not far behind me. Well, logically, Chad made it out of the cocoon. Miss Johnson has made her way up, but she can't see her because of the tree. Now we're waiting on the whiners again. That's all I'm going to film right there because this is really quite easy, I reckon, considering you're walking on the board, but then again, I'm not up there. Okay, Miss Johnson's finishing up the one that she just got off of, and Chad's starting the one he's just getting on. Hey, Chad, say cheesy. It's cold out here. Chad's walking a wire, Chad's walking a wire. Miss Johnson's hugged her tree today. Chad's out on like a little ladder thing. And he's gonna go all the way across there to that, which he will plummet some, I don't know, pretty good feet actually. Camera might not pick it up, but it's more than I would be doing. The tension's building. There's Miss Johnson, she's about to start what Chad's going on. Cool. I wonder if it's any colder up there than it is down here. Chad's about to go on the little jump thingy. And where's Miss Johnson? She's still back at the tree, just working her way across. Very carefully. And Chad's still back at the tree. There's Chad up there. He's about to go and, shall we say, take a little swing. And otherwise, Miss Johnson's still back at the tree. I guess she's gonna wait till he gets done. But the tension's on for Mr. Johnson. I'm afraid to cut it off. I'm afraid I might miss it. So I'm just gonna leave it on. There goes Miss Johnson to go across the line. Woo! Awesome, bro. That is so cool. Although he didn't scream like he said he would. Jerk! Okay, he's gonna stop. This is what you call momentum. I wonder if he peed in his pants. There's Miss Johnson. Getting ready to go. And the same thing about Chad, I don't want to miss this one, so he might want to hit the fast forward button right now. Then again, I don't know. Only time will tell.
Straight down or right at the top right there?
There's Miss Johnson. Whoa, haha. That is so cool.
I'm afraid he's too big a blur. I don't mind getting
Get you dizzy. I wonder. That's pretty cool.
Which one?
Why don't you scream something, Chad? Jerk. He's still alive. Miss Johnson's still going, just chilling, slinging, and like she was at a playground. Where's Chad?
Here the Perrys are. They survived the mountain climb with the horses. What was your horse's name, Laura?
Midnight. Midnight, that's it.
And Elizabeth?
Stardust.
Stardust, Nancy?
Wilbur.
Jack?
Barbie.
Barbie, okay.
Never look behind.
Okay, what are we going to do, Lauren?
Go up and touch the bell.
The bell. Let's see, where's the bell? Oh, way up there at the top. Lauren's going to ring the bell.
Try at least. Let's say it.
Well, that's all you can do is do your best. And Jack's hoisting everybody down. And up, and Elizabeth is sunning. Miss Perry is watching and sunning. Oh, the sunshine's wonderful.
Why did the rubber chicken cross the road?
You better tell that one fast, brother.
Because he wanted to stretch his legs.
Of course it is. Thanks, Ian.
I just jumped in
Boy,
there.
I'm glad you did. We here. Yeah, what, JB?
Did you hear about the robber that got his pants caught on the barbed wire fence?
I didn't hear about the robber got his pants caught on the barbed wire fence.
Sheriff found his hideout.
Hey, JB, I got another one.
Okay.
I'm going to hold it, though.
No, I'll tell it now.
No, I'm going to wait.
Tell it now, because we got to go out there.
Okay, all right. Did you hear about the new shoes in the Final Four? No heels. Ouch. Okay, let's open the floor. What do you say? We've got to jump right there.
Right there.
Man. Say it real loud.
Hit the poiple.
What's his shot? Swayfoot's what?
You got me, I don't know.
Man overboard.
From way back, he knows how to keep those crickets warm. I've been to many times.
That's right.
All right, Jack. Just remember, you don't want to get.
You know, he was fishing today, and he said, now, if I were a trout, I'd be right here. He has a chance this evening to know what a trout feels like.
Just one, Jack. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's there.
Yes.
Yeah, get discarded the legs.
His name was Willard.
It was.
That was not Wilbur, that's Willard.
Don't think about it, Jack. Just do it. Go ahead. Oh! You got second place wrapped up so far, Jack.
Oh, the rope.
Okay, Mike. Choose your weapon. There are medium-sized, large size. Yeah, there's plenty to choose from. If I'm not mistaken, the larger will fly a little further.
Yes.
Of course, they do have the jumping. Oh! There's a winner. That is a winner. A winner. You got two. Oh, there you go. No double barrel. Oh, that's a big one, folks. That one is a grasshopper. It's got wings on it. All right, whenever you're ready, Jim, just pop her in and fling her out. Pop her in and let her go. Don't think about it. It's like jumping, like bungee jumping. You just don't think about it.
You urinated on me.
I think that's
absolutely disgusting.
Yes. We'll get this back on the lot. Go ahead.
If I do this, this is the first Duke graduate to ever do this.
Oh, I see. You've become cityfied, I see. Go ahead, Jim. Ready? Go. Don't forget. Pop in there. Go for it. He saw the cave that was going in and jumped out. Ready? Go. Okay, Jim, last try. We'll give you one more shot. Just pop it in there. Pop it in. Spin it. For interrupting, I apologize for interrupting, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if I could just take a moment to interrupt. We have a ride out back for the man on this. Please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm sorry, there's a limousine right out back of this barn of the man of this name. Is anyone, if we could go ahead, we're in a hurry, please. Time is wasting for this name. The ride out back. Is there anyone in this house by this name? Please, ladies and gentlemen, anyone in the house by the name on this poster so that they could get in the limousine and ride with me. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, just take that music out of your mind, act as if the music never happened. We are looking for the man of this name. Sure, you have a microphone. That this is getting ridiculous. Thomas, would you leave me alone? I've had enough of this. I'm sorry. Leave me alone. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me and forgive him for this interruption. This will be the last time. Please. Anyone? What?
Driver, are you looking for a big star?
I most certainly am. I most certainly am. You never know what might happen. I am looking for a big star.
Then. Then I am the ranger.
You're the Lone Ranger?
Yes, I am.
With the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver, the Lone Ranger. This is the legend of a man who buried his identity to dedicate his life to the service of humanity and country. It is the story of the origin of the Lone Ranger. Early settlers in the West had to be brave men and women, ready to fight for their lives at any moment. There was danger on every side. There were wild beasts, savage Indians, and the Cavendish gang. Butch Cavendish headed a pack of outlaws. They struck without warning to steal and kill. Open fire on that wagon train! Watch them out to their left! The Cavendish gang attacked ranches and towns as well as wagon trains. Everyone feared Butch Cavendish. His gang grew rich and powerful. Finally, the Texas Rangers learned where Butch Cavendish was. 6 Texas Rangers guided their horses along the canyon floor to arrest the Cavendish gang. Presently, Captain Reed signaled a halt. Hey, boys. Right there until the scout returns. Do you think it was a good idea to send Collins, our guy, on ahead? It was Captain Reed's younger brother who asked the question. The captain explained that Collins, who was not a Texas Ranger, was the only man who knew the country and who could scout ahead for information. Then, while the Texas Rangers waited for the guide's return, the captain said to his younger brother, "My wife and son are coming from the east. If something happens to you, and you survive, but I know you'll take care of her and Daddy. Right. I'm going to climb in time and Rangers to work that silver mine staked out. See that my son and his mother get my share. I promise." Here comes Well, what's the word, Collins? Good news, Captain Reed. It's all clear. I scouted the rim on both sides of the canyon and found no sign of the Cavendish out there. All right, boys, let's go. Get out there. Collins, the guide, lagged behind unnoticed by the Texas Rangers, who moved in single file along the floor of the rock-strewn canyon. They didn't know that Collins had lied, that Butch Cavendish and his killers were waiting in ambush on the rim on both sides of the gap. Here come those Rangers, boys, just as Collins told us. We can't get down to the floor of the canyon without going a long way back. It'll be dark in half an hour. So we'll just keep pouring lead into them from up here until we're sure they're dead. Then we won't be taking any chances. Now open fire! The Rangers leaped from their saddles and spread out as they returned the fire from both sides of the canyon. Soon, 4 of the Rangers were killed. Captain Van Reed and his brother, wounded several times, kept fighting side by side. Then the captain fell mortally wounded, and a moment later his younger brother, the last of the Rangers, slumped to the ground. The outlaws waited and watched for any sign of life from the Rangers, then rode away, convinced that all 6 men in Bryant's Gap were dead. Sunset came. Then darkness. After examining the first 5 men, he muttered softly, Then he came to the 6th man, the younger brother of the captain, and this man lied. The Indian lifted this man tenderly in his strong arms and carried him to a nearby cave where he bathed and dressed the wounds. Then he took a spade from one side of the cave and returned to the canyon, where he worked steadily until the dead men had been buried. Returning to the cavern, he sat watching through the remaining hours of the night. Daybreak found the ranger stronger, but by nightfall, the wounds had become infected. The Indian called on all his knowledge to treat the wounded man. He went day and night without rest. It was the morning of the 4th day when the ranger opened his eyes. And for the first time, the Indian saw them clear and calm. Are you awake? I'm glad. Yes, so weak. You wounded man. I remember an ambush. Isn't that right? We find you in canyon. Carry you here to cave. It's daylight. It's morning. No, I must have been unconscious all night. It's several days since fight in canyon. Several days. There's something familiar about you. You remember? Many years ago, you only boy. You find Indian boy in trouble. You saved life, Indian boy. Yes. Your name is Tonto. That right. Years ago, you called me Kimosabe. That right. And you're still Kimosabe. It means faithful friend. Tonto, there were 6 of us in that canyon. The others. What about the other rangers? Other ranger. All dead? Dead. Isn't that brother? You only ranger left. You lone ranger. The lone ranger. Those killers know me by sight. If they know one man escaped, they'll look for him. And them not know one escape. Tonto bury 5 men. Make 6 grave. Crook think you die with others. Good. Then my name shall be forever buried with my brothers and my friends. From now on, my face must be concealed. A disguise, perhaps. Or a mask. That's it. A mask. I'm the only one who knows about the Cavendish gang. With your help, Tonto, I'll get every one of those crooks. In the ranger's eyes, there was a light that must have burned in the eyes of knights in armor. A light that through the ages lifted the souls of strong men who fought for justice, for God. I'll be the Lone Ranger.
Okay, it's Sunday morning. It's about 9:30. We're going to leave about 11. I just wanted to let you see a little bit of Windy Gap. It's so pretty. Here is where we stayed. They were nice enough to give us our own little apartment with 2 bedrooms. So look at that mountain. The entire Windy Gap Resort tree is in a valley, and there's nothing else there. That's the dining room. You know, there's the cabins where the women stay. And then right down through there is a beautiful stream. There's a lake. There's a zip line that goes somewhere right through there. These are the steps going down from our cabin. Okay, I wanted to give you a panoramic view of Windy Gap. There's where everybody meets. And there's the slide. Coming down, there's the pool with a hot tub. And there the cabins for where the dormitory style where the men and women stay. There's the gym where Chad lives. There's the tennis courts. There's the go-kart. Rope courses up there. Here's the cabin where we stayed, me and Dale and Chad and David. Again, there's the kitchen. There's the pool. There's the wall that I climbed up to the top. Scaled the wall. While Jack Perry held the rope. Nancy and Jack are here two girls, Lauren and Elizabeth. There's a wonderful pool. They have a zip line that goes down into that lake. Right, there's the slide. Unfortunately, it's been too cold to do that. Zip line goes from way up there. The stables and the horses are way back over there somewhere.